Hello everyone, this is Prerna Avasti, the presenter for today. Really would like to welcome you all firstly to understand the opportunity which is today and why this campus to corporate workshop is needed for you. I'm sure that you must have understand that the course of action and why it is important. So I really would like to congratulate you all to understand this opportunity and come front for this thing. So today workshop is about campus to corporate. I'm sure that all of us have already been through the graduation, post graduation, or might be in the second or third year of the studies. So what idea gave me to start, to go for this workshop is I am having around 14 plus years of experience into education industry. I have worked into academics. I have worked as a trainer into corporate, and I already have worked as a director placements in some of the reputed universities. While working into that, director placements, specifically when I was working as a director placements, I really thought and get the idea of creating this curriculum because this curriculum creates an effect whenever anyone when we are doing graduation or post graduation after the course, when we are moving towards the transition which is required, a change in ourselves also, academics gives us a very good inside knowledge about the course, about the technical things, about the core theoretical knowledge. But what exactly more things are required when we approach to corporate, when after let's suppose we all have already cleared the interviews. So what really needed in the corporate to achieve more in a much efficient time in a lesser time? Many a times my students, they tell me the things that ma'am, that person having less than my knowledge, less than the knowledge in comparison to my knowledge, but he or she has got promoted. Or ma'am, I'm reporting to the person who is having less knowledge, but I have to report, I don't know how come they got promoted. So apart from the theoretical knowledge, there are many other rules also. And when I'm saying rules, they're honest rules. It doesn't mean any wrong way of doing things, but positively how we can, change some things in our personality and go ahead in our corporate life also, so that the thing can, the promotion, will also get that promotion. I'll also, be a leader in the team. So it is not just academic inputs which goes in making a student successful in the life. There are various other aspects of his personality which helps him in achieving more, what he aspires, what he desires. If correct guidance and inputs are given to the right time and the students are groomed properly. Why I'm using students here? Because in front of me, and I am a presenter, of course, so I'm taking all of you as a student only, and I can use the word bacha and beta in between the workshop because I'm very, fond of these words and I love these words. So I was saying that if the correct guidance and inputs are given to the right, and specifically at the right time, when the college is going on, when the student is studying in particular subjects, so while doing that, they can be, help themselves in groomed properly. Most students have the potential, I will not deny that, but lack of right guidance, motivation, what I say, monitoring, mentoring, and training, of course, makes it difficult for them to reach where they would have otherwise reached easily and early. The inputs may be required are often in the attitudinal and behavioral areas as well. Often it has been found that the schools and the colleges stress more on developing the academic skills of students, which is totally acceptable. And this process, some very critical behavioral and attitudinal issues are ignored. So there is, not they don't do this intentionally, but it happens because our main priority, main focus, your professors' main focus are to teach the academic thing and complete this on time. It has been proved through research that it is not just your knowledge that helps you achieve success in life. but it's the attitude, the right attitude. It is often said that your attitude determines your altitude. Our students' workshops and campus to corporate, which I usually say C2C trainings, aims at working on students' attitude and behavior and help them build the right attitude required. The students' training derives its major strength from the researchers in the field of psychology. The various, even here, I would really like to take some example. Uh, I am having a student which is having around 8 years of experience into corporate, and now he is thinking that his calling is something different. Whatever course he has done, whatever the corporate journey he has made so far, but now he wanted to change it completely. So the various applied concepts are chosen to be presented to the students. This students' workshop seeks to resolve many of the personal, interpersonal, and adjustment issues of the students. How? By providing them with practical and simple action steps to implementation in their daily lives. When I'm delivering the training to you guys, when I will be suggesting to you guys something as a friend, I would really want and strictly want to perform that duties regularly. When you will start performing the same in your day-to-day lives, then for sure you are performing the things in your corporate culture as well. One of the major impact of the students workshop is that they gain enough confidence to work with different people in teams and get over their inhibitions. The impact is immediate and the change in them is visible and permanent. And by doing this, because I already told you guys I'm doing this from 2016 April correctly. So many of my students who are currently working in the corporate and very good, culture maintaining there in their team, they are regularly get in touch with me and discussing issues, discussing the perfect life which they are living. I feel very happy because whatever they have learned, they are able to see them. And now, very important point is here that why this training? C2C, campus to corporate. This term defines itself the phase of transition. Transition of a student from secure, comfortable, not threatening life of a student, because when we are in college we enjoy life, we do have fun and we live life like our wish. But when you are moving to the corporate, that is extremely demanding, competitive, and stressed life. Why I say stress life? Because somehow we were not ready to accept that. So that the change and transition gives us the stress. Although I suggest and to my students, I strictly says all the time that stress is not required. Happiness is required, and if you start performing your duties happily, then this stress goes far, far, far away. So this training is often a sudden change, as many students are directly picked up from campuses and made to wear the working gear almost immediately. They hardly get time to think, plan, and strategize. If some of you have already joined the corporate, you can really relate this line to yourself. Even sometimes it happens, they may also be sent to the locations which is very unknown to them and their families. They may have to adjust with strangers of all age groups. So it is like life throwing all possible challenges to you guys in one go at the same time. Moreover, in spite of all these difficulties they may face, they are expected to perform, excel, and give their best results. Not their best, give their best results which company wants from them. So now I would say to you guys, it is not too difficult to understand what these young guys may go through. Similar thing happens in the armed forces training camps. No wonder we hear many recruits attempting to run away and go back to their comfortable lives during the first few weeks of itself. Because this phase is extremely crucial. When you are joining the corporate, this transition, if you get this perfect training before going to the the corporate life, you will be able to perform your best, you will be able to happily, give the results to the company. If the student cannot cope up, they not only damage their career, but also end up shattering their confidence and self-esteem sometimes. And believe you me, while saying that, I can easily relate to some of my own students. This is the only reason which is behind to generate this program. And I am also a student at this age. I'm surely a student. I'm learning on regular basis. By this student training, we try our best to prepare them mentally and help them with a better understanding of what may be coming ahead. We show them the real picture and prepare them well enough to be able to face the challenges of the job. We share with them our corporate experience and appraise them with the expectation and demands of the corporate life. I personally equip them with the right knowledge, skills, and attitude so that they really are ready to face the demands and excel in corporate life. Okay, so for this campus to corporate, I would really like to welcome you all. You have already crossed one step ahead. You have opened the door for you, because sometimes it happens that at initial point of time it will not very relevant for you, for us. We think that this is not required and I'm really ready to walk into the corporate. But are you really ready for a change? Are you really ready for having the stress? Are you really ready to give the required result to the organization? Are you really ready to be the leader of your own? Because being a leader is very much required, whatever task you are accomplishing in life. Why this kind of session is needed? Believe me, guys, it's been 14 plus years to me, and I have seen, I've been into many means, I cannot count on fingers now, many corporate events. When the thing which we face is that all the time, many a times the multinational says that only the 35% of the graduates are employable. Oh my God, so disrespectful, right? So I would not say that the person who will not able to crack the interview is not employable. I'll say that that might be some of the things which is missing. If we inculcate that, if we add on that skills to particular person, he or she will be able to employable in the same multinational. Level of skills demanded by the employers had increased from the last some years. Some of the years it's increased heavily. And why it has happened? Because we all very well aware that many higher technologies are coming in. Many, the main, even the apart from the colleges, the students are going outside to perform some courses to add on skills in themselves. Simultaneously, being in India, being in the most populated country, we have lot of competition. So to beat that competition, वो कहते हैं ना कि भीड़ से अलग दिखना पड़ेगा. Same questions आंसर किए जाते हैं 10 students के through, but if me as an HR might be able to connect with one or two answer only, and वहीं पर shortlisting हो जाती है, वहीं पर scrutiny हो जाती है. As a multinational HRs or the owners of the companies, the people are increasing lot of concern about the quality of the product. And here we are the product. We as in students are the product. So we have to sell ourselves. We have to create some differentiation so that the people will understand, yes, Revati is the best person to hire from this institution. Or Jyoti is the right person to whom we should take in this project. And I have seen in my life that in some of the campus recruits, it happens that the person was not able to communicate well, and might be we as in placement head thinks that some other person is top level student, but the company choose apart. Company choose the other student because they have their different concerns. We will discuss that also. Company prioritize the students, the products as honesty, punctuality, sometimes humbleness, what they label themselves. And when I say label, it means the management, the time management, problem solving skills, the basic skills which is required to, the basic attitude which is required to beat the competition, at least to be in the competition. As in fresher, I will not say that everybody is beating the competition, but I will say at least to be present confidently in the competition. For that, we needed to be ready. We need to change some skills in ourselves. We need to boost our confidence. And by boost, how this confidence will boost? You just give a call to me and say, Prerna ma'am, I'm highly confident today and I'm gonna crack this interview. No. You have to be ready with the base knowledge. Of course, theoretical knowledge comes first, but attitude comes also with that. Honesty comes also with that. How you are managing your time comes with that. How you will solve the problems given by your team leader to you. These all things creates a differentiate. Why we need the empowerment? Sometimes it happens if I am not able to speak in correct grammatical language, I feel low. And it happens not with the interviews only, it happens if I'm discussing, there are 5 people only sitting and discussing something, I might feel that sometimes it happens I will not able to utter a single word. And I'm sure that you guys are also agree with me sometimes that it happens with everyone. When I used to walk into corporate and the business board meetings happened, it happened with me as well. Although I was having very right questions for them, but I was not able to ask to them. So that moment, I would say that I was not able to very much confident about the question, about the base of the question which I am asking. Why? Because I was more concerned about how they will react, how sir will say, how my boss will react into this. Is I am allowed to ask this or not? But if we will be able to develop a right communication, and communication, when I'm not saying speaking English only. Seriously, English is required, English is very, very much important. But communication means just to convey your ideas perfectly. Of course, when we need empowerment, we have to have some skills within ourselves, which we say Excel, Word, presentation skills, creating a PPT skills. So these problem area comes when the student is going to join the corporate world. Then some areas which we often avoid, which is very much required, which we say non-verbal communication. And the first thing which comes here is the body language. When I told you guys to come on the camera, I only wanted you guys to be very comfortable with me while in this presentation. And your body language says a lot of things which sometimes you also don't know. We all know we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Our body language sometimes reacts like our subconscious mind wants, or the ideas which is going to our subconscious minds, knowingly or unknowingly, we create that body language. Understanding and providing non-verbal cues. Going forward in this training session, we will surely learn that what cues we usually provide to the listener. The business attire. बचपन से since childhood we used to listen that first impression is the last impression. So if I talk about the interview, yes, of course, this will be your first impression to the management. But when I'm talking to you that regularly you have attended the corporate and you are working with them regularly, daily, you have to be in that business attire. One thing which comes with all of us is the stage fear, or in right word, I would say crowd fear. One area which I really need to understand and clear to you guys is the aptitude. While working in college, while reading in college, while studying in college, it happens that we are so much indulged in the theoretical part that we really being missing with the attitudinal practice. Some sort of short tricks which you might have performed in by while giving the test to to get selected in the same engineering or same management institution, but now these kind of mental calculation you just dropped somewhere. I will not say you'll forget, you have forgotten. I'll say you just dropped somewhere because we think that it is not necessary. But believe me, this will not needing for the calculations only. This will needing you for taking a decisions, poor data interpretation skills, and how we will be managing all these problem areas is APT. Very simple. Because I, with my experience and with many of the feedback of my own students, have understood this, that this APT is very much required. And what is that? Most important thing is assessment. Ask to yourself when last you sat quietly and introspect about the things that yes, Prerna, these things I am lacking and these are the things which I am not able to up to the mark. Although I have the skills or I have the gut or I have the confidence to perform that. But somewhere, I missed the opportunity. So we need to do a proper assessment for our own selves. And assessment करके प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नो, बिकॉज जब तक हम परफॉर्म नहीं करेंगे, जब तक हम प्लान नहीं करेंगे कि असेसमेंट तो हो गया, दीज आर द पॉइंट्स वेयर इन माइट बी आई एम लैकिंग और आई एम बिहाइंड फ्रॉम अदर्स. Now we have to do the planning. How we are going to add on that skills, how we are going to add on that aptitude in myself. And it might be possible everything you will not be able to learn by yourself. Then you needed to go for a proper training for that. With some people, I will not say expert, with some people who might be having a more experience than you, who might have faced the same kind of issues, problems before. Then, goes to the very important point. I should cover this campus recruitment from the slide here, because this is required in each and every task in your life. Number one, personality and grooming. Day to day, you really need to learn something more. You really need to learn, add on something into your personality, into your dressing, into your etiquettes. And how this personality and grooming helps in your corporate selection? It helps when you perform the GD, when you perform the PI. Then we goes to the behavioral skills. When we talk about the behavioral skills, in your personal life, your personal behaviors matters. Lot of things relate to that. But we are talking about the corporate here. So we will only talk about the professional behavior. When you are working in a team, when you are working without team, when you are working as a leader, when you are working as a teammate, there are different behavioral skills which is required. When you are working within team or you are holding a team, in both the cases, the leadership skills is required, because the accountability and responsibility of performing a task is you only. Then comes analytical and technical skills. When you are performing an interview process, the aptitude test, the quantitative test, in that particular test, they check the logical skills also. They check your particular specific branch skills, whatever core studies you have done. So when I say aptitude, analytical, quantitative, these can be general. But branch specific, you have to perform bit different than others in your particular section. English reading, comprehension and grammar. Since childhood we learned that, but somewhere, and believe you in me guys, sometimes it happens, I meet to the HR heads or CHRO of the industries and they do some kind of a small vocabulary and grammar mistakes. It's okay to do the mistake. But when I am doing, like in my last 5 lines, I just learned that I did one grammatical mistake and I just wrote down in my notebook today, right in front of me, because I will not want to repeat it. So when we say the reading, English comprehension and grammar skills, written and vocal, both are required. Are we adding the vocabulary daily in our mind? Are we reading? Are we learning at least one word daily? Because this is the time. If you are at the transition mode, if you are just have passed or passing your graduation or post graduation and going forward into corporate, this is the time. And these skills helps you in the mock test as well. So when an ideal campus recruitment process happens, there are only two things they want. They say भाई 60% से ज्यादा मार्क्स होने चाहिए, चाहे वो बच्चा चीटिंग करके लाया हो, बट 60% से अबव होना चाहिए थ्रू आउट. एंड द सेकेंड, नो करंट बैक. किसी भी सेमेस्टर, किसी भी ईयर में बैक नहीं होनी चाहिए. Yes, of course, there are companies who don't want you to have 60% only. We will talk about that as well. Now, the general process happens, pre-placement talk happens, then the aptitude test happen, where they check the quantitative, logical reasoning and verbal ability. And the main important group discussions come and PI comes. And when PI comes, there is, the personal interview happens, wherein HR will be less interested than how much technical knowledge you have. They will be more interested how you will be cope up within my company, how you will be adjust in my company. So that's why the C2C program comes in. I have created this module, which is actually the 30 hours classroom training program, which we have already done in many of the universities and colleges. And frankly speaking to you guys, that if you really give your 100-200% into these 30 hours classroom program or these 30 hours online program, after that you will be able to clear any of the interview process. And when I'm saying that, I'm really quoting any of the interview process. But you have to give your best into it. And with full concentration, full mindfulness, you need to attend this program. I'll be quickly go to the things which we learn there in the program is, I'll just go to the focus area. There in topics which we will be covered, that are the subtopics of that. But the focus area will be improving the personality, grooming your mood, building your resume well, effective, and the behavioral skills. Then the quantitative, analytical, and logical reasoning, English reading and comprehension, grammar, then GD and PI. How you are gonna crack the GD and PI. There are some very important tricks which if you start needing perform, you will be able to. Yes, anyone want to ask something?
Excuse me, ma'am. What are the ways by which we develop good communication skills?
Yes, that's what we are gonna learn here. Okay, so what I usually do, I'm having around 100 plus slides wherein my students have given the success stories, but this slide I specifically kept blank after today's batch because we will be selecting 30 students for this batch and we'll start delivering training. So here these success stories will come. Okay, so why Rashi rightly said, how can we improve the communication skills? We will learn that as well. And when we will be doing that, there comes the GD part. Why this GD is important? Sometimes students say that, ma'am, I have cleared the technical interview, I'll be performing well. Then why they are more focusing on the GD? Because I cannot, talk well, and I don't have the habit of talk much. But why these companies are looking for the GD? Which I focus more is the art and a comprehensive tool to judge the worthiness of the employee for the appropriateness of job, of course. Technique is okay, theoretical knowledge is okay, that is of course required. But how, as I said before, how the person is able to perform in my company is equally even more important. Because sometime if I am heading a division and some of my teammate is not well versed with some technical things, I can teach them. But if the attitude, if the art of living, if the right up, if the approach is not the correct, in that case I will not be able to teach that person. So the GD happens to check the personality. And when I say personality, we check how smart the person is, how cheerful the person is, how enthusiastic the person is. Like I really will say I love the voice Rashi asked the question, because I can, by hearing only, I can feel the positiveness in her personality. And you guys will also learn with time these things. Then within the communication, the companies judge the fluency in communicating, the clarity of thoughts. It's not like that you are just communicating and saying. If your communication is not two-way, the other person, the listener, is not able to understand your thoughts from where they are coming in, then you will get a 0. And when you are putting that thought, what logic is behind that? Why you are just stating that thought? So it's nothing like that GD is just sit in the room and start speaking about any topic. It's about, that's why only if you guys have done the GD rounds before in your campuses, the interviewer always say, take 2 minutes time, take 1 minute's time to gather your ideas, to gather your logic. And within 2 minutes of time, by smartness and by the quick IQ and reaction level, you have to figure out some point which is away from the crowd presented there. Of course, within the topic, but that should be out of the box, or that should be something which other persons are not going to deliver. And in GD process, we check the knowledge. And when I say knowledge, that how much depth knowledge you have on particular topic which is not related to your theoretical knowledge, which might be in a general which is happening, which might be in political approach which is happening, and which might be in some certain event, incident which has just done in the country, just happened in the country, and how much relevance you have in that particular topic. In the GD, the interviewer check your leadership skills, how you are taking the initiative. If in that particular GD desk, someone is pointing the finger again and again, or giving the hand that he or she wants to say something, are you giving the proper forum to that person also? Or you are just in hurry to say and clear your thoughts and clear your mind and just say whatever you are coming in your mind. So these things also the interviewer check during the GD process. Then the team spirit, how you are cooperating with the other fellow GD interviewees. Okay. So like we said about the body language there. So that is the face which you might have seen. This is a very known actor. Do you guys recognize him? Okay, he is not any known actor. Okay, so I just want you guys to be with me and just see on the screen at least. So take out 30 seconds of yours and just tell me which one is the closed gesture here? We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So which one is the closed gesture? Think about that this person, you are only talking to this person and you are very much clear that that person is not listening to you. Very good, Rashi. So the closed gesture, when we talk about the body language is all about reading between the lines. You know, it happens then in corporate life, exactly, you have to be a good actor sometime. I would say, I will not say to be an actor all the time, but I will say you to guys more honest and more open. But sometimes it happens you have to be an actor also, because you cannot show to your team leader or you cannot show to your bosses all the time that you are not in the discussion. Okay, so I'm having the full figure pictures of this actor and with a clear explanation also, which we are going to do. When we are going for the corporate, of course, we all know, and while we just starting our professional studies also, we very well told by our professors also that you have to be formally dressed whenever you are going and attending any kind of interview, or when you are going for a guest talks, guest lectures, and when you are going for a formal meetings. So formal dressing is very well required to impress others. But I would say to this line, firstly, you just dress formally to impress ourselves. When I'm dressing at my home, when I'm getting dressed at my home and I'm just seeing myself in the mirror, I should feel wow. I should feel confident. And wow means doesn't that I'm looking like a famous actor or actress or something. Wow means that I am confident enough to go and face today. So do not take any kind of meeting or any kind of discussion casually. And try not to funny, of course, fancy or informal dressing. When you do that at home only, believe you in me, you will even you can try while going to any kind of parties also, informal way maybe, if you will be going and attending any sort of family event and party as well. Then if while you're dressing you are more comfortable and you feel that more confident, then in the party also you will say that yeah, आज तो मैंने ही रंग जमा दिया type. And just coming back to the corporate, you should be more comfortable while you speak in the group if you are dressing well and you feeling exactly happily from inside, that very comfortably whatever your dress is deserving your today. After the dressing, of course, the positive gesture, the body language will make the talk, will make the event more easy. And when we are going to the complete, training program, we will learn lot of, I am having around 20 slides of this, formal dressing and this body language. So GD we have already discussed. So I'll just go through in a quick manner, because after that we'll take a question answer also. How good you are at communication with others, how you behave and interact in the group, how open-mindedness you do have, your listening skills, of course. GD is not only about talking. How you put forward your views, the way you put forward your views, your leadership and decision making within 10 minutes GD process, your analysis skill while you are thinking about that particular topic which have been given by the interviewer to you, your subject knowledge on the particular topic, again the solving problems, critical thinking skills. And every time in every discussion, either in GD, either in PI, either in some other formal discussion, your attitude and confidence matters lot. ये टेबल देखकर कुछ लोगों को वो सीन शायद याद आया होगा जब हम कभी भी इंटरव्यू के लिए बैठे हैं. तो what was my thought process, and after seeing the interviewee eyes, or the confidence level interviewer eyes or in confidence level, whether I shaken my confidence or I was still in confident mode, or I have cracked that interview or not. For me, the only importance of the personal interview is the selection. If I'll be going for an interview, I'll only focus on the selection points. And how you will do that? Firstly, we need to concentrate on this being selected. And secondly, out of the box thinking, overconfidence nahi, but right knowledge about the answers, honestly answers. These all create a differentiate, and you will be away, you will be different from the crowd who might be giving the same interview process for the same position. Some things which I suggest to all the students: how to do the personal interview preparation. Firstly, you need to ask to yourself that is it really required to do that? And if you think yes, this is required, then what are the points which are needed? What is that company is all about? Go to the website, check the website, even I would say mug up the website and understand that what are the service, what are the product they are offering, what are the company finances all about, since how long the company is there in the market, how they must be managing the finances. Are they having investors? Are they, generating? Have they already created an IPO? Means all the information you should have in your mind, so that you will answer the questions like your family business only. And believe me, guys, this really helps a lot. When you understand the area of operation of the company before coming the interview, not only about the particular job for which you are going. If you understand the all in and out about the company, I'm not saying the internal knowledge about the company. No, all the work, all the product, all the offerings, all the operations which company does in India, outside India, where are the offices, then you will be more comfortable in the PI discussion. And you will be having some questions also in your own self. In past some time, was there any news about the company? Was there any good news about the company? For that, I can congratulate to the HR. I can, if my round is with the board members for using this. Should I start my interview with the congratulate them for that particular thing? This creates a difference. Of course, for what sector you are going to interview, going for the interview, not only about your particular job, you need to see what are the other companies in the same sector and how that particular sector work all about. You have to perform something like not to be forgotten. You have to create that aura, create that image within the interview process, within the interview time. It might be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but you need to create that unforgetfulness to the interviewer mind of yours. And it happens sometimes HR asks to the colleague that I'm not remember the name of the girl which came to the morning, no, but why? Because you created that aura in front of him. You created that something out of the box thing, something different from the other interviewees. Something is also very important, that how the competitor companies are performing now in the market. And if something, while answering to the questions, if you can create a difference which give the insight to the HR or to the MD of the company that like by this way, yes, मैंने तो ये सोचा ही नहीं, इस तरह से भी तो प्रोसेस हो सकता है. बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कुछ एक्स्ट्रा नहीं सोच सकते, या आप कंपटीशन को और अच्छे से उसका लेवरेज लेके आप अपना एक पॉइंट नहीं रख सकते. You can really do that, but research is required before going for any sort of interview. Formal dressing, yes, required for the interview. Formal dress up is mandatory or can be avoidable. I would say it is really mandatory, and I personally, I'll share one of my example to you guys. When I was in my first job, which I got in 3rd semester of my career only in my studies, what I did, none of my teammates, even my seniors, was dressing formally. They were casual, and it's also okay. But I only wore the corporate attire all the time. When I say corporate, the trouser, the shirt, and sometimes blazer as well. and my ID card was all the time on my neck, and one pen along with that in ID card, because my trousers was not having pocket that time. So I used to carry the pen there. And slowly I have seen, after 6 months or 7 months of time, my entire team has started dressing up like this. I don't know who have given the idea. I don't know who. Might be I have inspired somehow, or might be my team leader or my boss have suggested the same to them as well. But I haven't changed that thing, because that gives me more confidence when I go for my work. एंड व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटरव्यू, सो आप इसको बिल्कुल भी अवॉइड नहीं कर सकते. यू हैव टू बी वेरी फॉर्मली ड्रेस्ड, एंड ड्रेसिंग अटायर आल्सो वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग, बट यू हैव टू बी फॉर्मली ड्रेस्ड. When you are dressing, we need to avoid the big logos, stickers on the clothing. I'm sure we all are intelligent enough to understand this. Minimal makeup for ladies. Try not to have very heavy परफ्यूम. ट्राउजर्स में कलर्स यस इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, ब्लैक, नेवी और ग्रेइश. These colors usually comes in formals. And when we talk about shirts, white, sky blue and light color shirts. Because sometimes it happens that check line checks are there, check shirts are there. So check shirts, if we are using light color check shirts, checks will not make more impact. But if you are using dark color with the checks in the shirt, that goes negative side. Then of course proper footwear, and for men, polished shoes. And polished, when I say daily polished, means sometimes it happens that वो गंदे ही नहीं हो रहे हैं, but we have to brush up daily to our shoes. And socks color should be matching with the trousers I am wearing. And if I am wearing the Indian formals, it should not be very gaudy or too much colorful. Sometime blue the moon, it's okay, we can wear that, but not all the time. And this, of course, for the interview I'm talking here, so not at all gaudy. There is no sometime in the interview process. I went for the corporate, the working life. One important thing which is there to cracking an interview is that be present there 15 minutes prior your interview. 1 घंटा पहले जाके बैठने की जरूरत भी नहीं है, but 15 minutes, 10 minutes before, you should be present there physically, mentally, and prepare mentally yourself before the PI round. That is why this 10 minutes relaxed time is required for your own self. One very important attire which we all should wear is the smile on our face all the time. It's not over smiling, but a very calm smile should be there, so that when the person, if somebody is in stress also, somebody is in other thought process also, while seeing to you guys, the person should see, yes, wow, yeah, may I help you, who is this, or the person should come back within the discussion. So that smile helps you also a bit. Before going to the interview, just start your mental preparation by taking deep breath and thinking that you are relaxed. This might not be acceptable for everyone, but I have done this in my all interview. I just picture the interview before going to the interview, and I think that yes, interview is going smoothly. I'm just answering all the questions have been asked honestly, and just imagine the interviewer telling you that you seem perfect for the job. This doesn't come with overconfidence. This is just normal thing to prepare your own self. So most important questions which happens, although now that it's happening, if the consultant is also calling you, they ask the first thing, tell me about something about yourself first. So this is a very first step towards your job, and almost everyone wants to know something which is not very well written in the resume, which is your honest you. Apart from the studies you have done, of course you need to mention that also in the introduction. But apart from the studies you have done, apart from your parents, apart from your birth location, what you are as a person. And I have been into the situation where I have listened, I guess, many introductions and many tell me about yourself. But there are only some who creates a difference. And I will not agree with this point that tell me about yourself, if not creating a difference, it means you don't have something. It means either you haven't discovered something which should be added, or you really need to have a right mentor who can guide or suggest you the particular point. The main important thing which I normally suggest, or I always remember whenever I do go for any kind of interaction or interview, that be honest. If you say or commit something which you are not today, then you will not be able to perform your duties well, passionate way. So rather than not being selected in 3 organizations, better than to go for the 4th one and perform your passion. Work with 200% actively with them, and of course be positive that you came for this organization for the interview because you really want that. And this industry, why you have chosen this industry, why you are choosing this organization, should be very much clear in your mind and in your thought process also while you are sharing in the time of interview. Prepare your own answers and do your homework. Sometimes I have seen people that even in fact, especially in the campus interviews, when one student came out from the PI, he just tell that these are questions have been answered and I have been asked, and the other persons who are about to go for the interview, they just quickly Google it and try to find out the answer. What is the answer about it? So if this is very theoretical or technical term, you can of course Google it. But if it is a general, if it is a kind of thing which you answer, and if in the technical terms also, the way you are understanding the point and answering should be very different. It should not be rata hua thing only, which, because by this you will not make a difference. That perfectness which interviewer mind should come, that will not come by just rata hua and the Google wala answer. The one question came to me that, ma'am, can we use hand movements while giving our PI, as it shows that we are really confident? So if you'll ask me, I'll say that over of anything is not good. Hand movements is also, we will also learn that gestures in the training module, but hand movements should also be very crisp, very I would say should avoid that much hand movements. Hand movement says I am delivering a training, so for me hand movements is very obvious, which comes because I want you guys to understand something. But when I'm answering, if I'm really explaining myself, the automatic hand movements comes in. But when you do hand movements, just to show that you are confident enough is not buying point. So you really need to think twice before using the hand movement, and right gestures we will learn in the module as well. Okay, so हम सभी ने सुना होगा और कई बार अपने कॉलेज प्रोफेसर से भी देखा होगा कि हाउ टू डू अ हैंडशेक, और हैंडशेक करने का व्हाट इज द राइट मेथड. But why to do the handshake? Handshake is something which actually tells, when you just go and do the handshake, one thing is happened, which is जो एक अनसेट शील्ड लगी होती है बीच में, वो अपने आप बैरियर कम हो जाता है एंड आप थोड़े से ज्यादा कंफर्टेबल हो जाते हो इन फ्रंट ऑफ द इंटरव्यूअर. Secondly, yes, it shows your right attitude. While we are doing the handshake, we should avoid the very delicate wala handshake. Very delicate handshake should not be there. So इसका मतलब ये है कि आंखों में आंखें डाल के बहुत strongly controlled handshake करो. That should not also be there. A firm, professional handshake which covers the full hand of both the members, both the parties. You need to prepare for a right handshake, but don't indulge your mind before going for a handshake. Okay, madam ने ना ऐसे handshake करने को बोला था. Handshake you can practice it. You can indulge this in your personality, so that when you are doing it rightly in front of the interviewer, with the interviewer, it will not show any extra effort you are doing for the handshake things. Quickly, two basic requirements for the personal interview. Many a times it happens, we just go Google that what is the right kind of resume, what is the current trend resumes is going on, is this a video resume I should prepare, is this a PDF I should prepare, what format of the resume is going viral nowadays, and we just copy this, paste this, and then perform a good resume. Before revising and everything, we go back to the resume formation of your, which I'll suggest. Formatting is okay. Yes, current format going in the market, but the chosen of right words, which deliberately says about your personality, about your own self. Because resume is something, till the time you are not appearing face to face for an interview, your resume is your face. So creating a resume, which is also there in the training module, is equally important. But after you created the resume, we are talking about the personal interview processes. So before going for an interview, thoroughly revise your resume, because many times it happens we wrote something specifically in the resume, and when the interviewer asks that, we just forgot that. Oh my God, मैंने ये क्यों लिखा था अपने resume में? And sometimes while taking the printouts or while updating the resume, we do spelling mistakes, and it's okay, we all are human, so it happens. But at least before going to the interview, we should see our resume once and check all these things. Should be capable of answering all the questions related to information available in the resume. Either don't write. If you're writing it, I'm expert in advanced Excel. So of course the questions will be coming from that side. Should be ready with that. Hobby. I love reading, love stories. Okay. Tell me 5 love stories you have read so far. Okay. I prefer to read fictions. So when you are quoting anything, you should be ready or handy with the revert answers as well. SWOT analysis. Have a complete command on your strengths and weaknesses. Rashi has rightly said, can we avoid showing our weaknesses to them? Yes, you can. Yes, we can. There are the ways. By that, we can show them our strength, which is really required for that particular job and for their organization. And we can stop showing particular weakness which I don't want to show to the interviewer. And for this above 2 topics, we will be having dedicated session. Okay, so this all questions which normally interviewer asks. Tell me about yourself. What do you know about the organization? What is your greatest strength, weakness? Tell me about something you did or failed to do that now feel a little ashamed of. And there is nothing wrong in this questions, answering this question, because by this you are showing to the interviewer that you are accepting yourself and you are ready to improve yourself. Yes, I am ashamed of this thing, and means while answering this question, followed by you can say that these things I have worked in my own personality, or if this is technological related, so I have learned this thing now, so which I have overcome these things in me. Usually people ask, sell me this pen, tell me about your dream job. So while doing this, the complete session, we will write this particular answer for yourself only, because this is a dedicated customized training module for one individual. So you will write your dream and we will correct that, and we will show you that how you are going to present this to the interviewer. Again, very good question. Why should I hire you? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Describe your ideal company, location, and job. Why do you want to work at our company? Why do you feel that you are well suited for this position? How will you remain motivated? And these things we strictly should avoid while going to the interview, being late, inappropriate attire, avoiding eye contact, being too candid, of course, unprofessional behavior, being unprepared, indifference, dishonesty. I should write dishonesty at first, but yes, dishonesty as well. So, for at least more than an hour, you were just listening to me. Now you can ask your questions. Actually, about the body languages, 30 body languages and their meanings, we are going to learn in the session as well. And I'll show you the complete picture of that postures and that gestures as well, so that you will easily relate it within with yourself, and then while performing you can secure yourself. So guys, this is the module which I have designed, and herein you are going to learn the basic communication and managerial skills and business etiquettes, and followed by, of course, now everybody want a business, everybody want to get more and more satisfied clients. So here in the second last part of the session, we will learn that how we can create customer centricity and understanding millennials. And then this I just did an add-on, because currently we all are very much dependent upon the social media and doing all like, see me, I love to go and talk to the people one-on-one, but now I'm also doing the online sessions. So how we can well use the social media for the new business generation, for our own image branding and all, and how we can create a more interactive way of business through the social media. So this is the complete course, which is the second level module also. Before this module, if you really want to start from the very basic things, so these are the topics which we have just not discussed, and this will be taking 10 hours the of each and every one of you, which is very important. I understand time is money, but this module, we'll be sharing it to you if you shows your interest. We'll be sharing the module, whatever you are going to learn. Tower building, joining of team member, balancing balloons, magic. These all are the team work which you guys will learn, and while doing this, you will be able to perform best time management as well. Then we will learn about the listening skills, barriers of communication, email etiquettes, telephone etiquettes, the interpersonal skills, personal grooming and etiquette. So this is the module 1, and this one is the module 2, which is a level ahead. So these are the 2 modules if you really want to do. Both modules are of 10 hours. You really need to be ready and give your precious 10 hours to me. Then only this will make a difference in your own self. This commitment I will be needing. So one question of communication, yes, we can really work on our communication, Rashi, and this is why we have created, and we will give the big 3 hours to understand about the communication only. And after learning this, I'm sure that you will be also able to avoid the barriers in the communication. We have developed many. These are the 2 modules which are just starting. We have developed a module for the video resume, which is very well required, and we have especially developed a module for how to do the business and how to communicate through in the social media. The online only we are communicating much. We are doing many workshops through WhatsApp nowadays. So for that also we are developing a module which I guess will be done in 2-3 days time. Then we can also go ahead and have one session on it. Thank you so much. And if you get any other questions, so please share it to me, and I'll be happy to answer that. Bye guys. Bye Rashi, Reti, Hardik. Love to you guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye from Mumbai.